Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. It is important we are clear about what is meant by the word truth that is used so much. Truth is a term used to describe what is absolute, what is universal, what is the basis of all creation, all life. It is the infinite consciousness, the one single unified consciousness that is the source of everything. It is absolute, perfect stillness, as well as flow, for all emanates from that universal infinite consciousness. We call it the truth because it is the very nature of our existence, of our being. It is the essence of all. And it contains all knowledge, all wisdom, all power, and it is all there is. So when we speak the truth, we're not speaking of whether something is right or wrong, or good or bad. We're speaking of something which is absolute and essential, universal. When we know the truth, there is no doubt, no uncertainty about perfection, about oneness, about the universal and the universality of love. The purpose of our spiritual practice is to open the doors perception to that truth, to that infinite, absolute consciousness. We already have the capacity to know the truth. There is that within us which already knows the truth. There is that within us which remembers the truth, but we may have no conscious awareness of that. Our conditioning and our choices and our decisions have led us on a different path, the path of creating an individual autonomous identity and ego that are not compatible at all with the truth. And so our journey requires us to have an understanding and comprehension of the reality that there is a truth and that we have divorced ourselves from it, and that it is not something that has been withheld from us or withdrawn or lost. Something we have actively chosen to separate ourselves from, not because we didn't want the truth, but because we wanted control. We wanted to do it our way. We wanted to be in charge of the world around us and the way we appear in it. That decision was born out of desperate times. That decision does not serve us any longer. But we have so convinced ourselves that we can't live without control. That we struggle to find peace, to find the truth, to reconnect with that authentic power and wisdom and love and light within us. And yet, it is right here within us, right now. We would not be alive without it. We cannot live without it. There is no such thing as life without truth. Truth is the source and essence of life. Our belief that we can control, divorce ourselves from it, is an illusion that we insist on believing. There is no basis in reality for that. We do not give ourselves life. The best we can do is limit it, control it. When we speak of that we, that me, that I, speaking of the ego and the identity, which are not fundamental to who we are. They are creations of the mind. We have created them. We have invested our faith and trust in them. And now we believe we are them. When we describe ourselves, we're most likely to describe the ego and the identity, not the truth. How often do we say, I am the expression and creation of an absolute, universal, infinite consciousness. I am born of the energy of love and light. love and light, power gives me life right now. How often do you describe yourself that way? How often do you think of yourself as love and light and form? So we have a choice. We are conscious of the split in us. We know it's there. In every moment, we choose how we will align ourselves, how we will live, what we will proclaim as true. In every instant, we make that choice. So let us be clear about what is real, what is not. The ego claims to be real, claims that the identity is who we are, claims that it is all there is, that there is no other power, no other source of intelligence. Ego denies the possibility of truth, the infinite, the light and love. It has contempt for love. Although it may profess a dedication to a romantic conception of love, it really has no place for love. But there is within us the knowing of the truth. There is an intelligence and wisdom and connection, a universal oneness that is absolute, and that is known to us. There is that within us which would not choose to deny that truth, that longs for the conscious experience of the peace, the connection, the love and light of that reality. And yet, when the ego says it is not real, it is not here, we listen and we agree, because we are afraid to give up control. How will we know if the truth is real or not if we will not surrender, if we will not take the risk of letting go, if we will not take the risk of putting our faith in something other than control. The desire to be reconnected with our soul and spirit is universal. Desire is corrupted by the ego, translated into a million trivial desires which keep us distracted, always hoping the next thing is going to bring the peace, the joy, the love, the feeling good that we so desperately want. For in the end, all we want is to feel good, to feel safe, feel happy, to feel joy, which is what control robs us of. And so, let us practice what is needed to realize that truth in us. Let us devote our attention to this moment, to this instant, to what is right now. Let us be only interested in revealing the truth within us. If we were to say, yes, I am only interested in the truth. I know the truth is real in this moment. And I know that though it seems far away, it is right here. I know that I have resistance to it. But if I dedicate my mind now, my awareness to what is, lay down all the other noise, dedicate, devote my awareness to this moment, to the experience, being here right now, letting the experience take over. To be present means be available, to be open to the world sensation, to perceiving reality as energy, flow and movement, power, to presence of grace. We are not looking for the truth in our intellect. We are looking for it in our knowing. Truth comes from knowing, which comes from experience, which is perceived on a whole different level than thought. Dedicate your awareness to the perception of what is right now. Be available. Allow the truth to be revealed. Our loyalty to this quest will pay off. It is a tumultuous journey. We have automatic reactions and fear as that which we have avoided for so long becomes available to our conscious awareness. For most of us, it is a process. It is not an instantaneous transformation. We surrender a little, and then resistance arises, and then denial of the truth, then the recognition that we are in denial. We surrender a little bit more. It is going exactly the way it should. There is no other way other than the way it is. The ego assures us that it is not worth it, that it is too hard, that it is not true. The ego has many rationalizations and justifications for staying in control. But remember, truth is real within you. And there's that within you that knows that truth. And when you deny it, you set yourself on a course of suffering and struggle. As well you know now, there is no avoiding facing the consequences of deciding to avoid the truth. And so, let us remember to be compassionate and gentle and forgiving with ourselves. It's one of our greatest abilities. We can develop that compassion, that gentleness, that forgiving. Then our suffering will be diminished, and we will know the truth of who we are, the light and the love that is the reality of every one of us. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.